Throughout Madden 22, EA has dropped over 400 quarterbacks. Today, we are going over the 5 most dominant QBs to come out this year. However, before we hop into it, I am very curious to see what your top 5 list looks like. So drop a comment down below. Who are your top 5 most dominant Madden 22 quarterbacks? Coming in at number 5, we have Golden Ticket Cam Newton and Golden Ticket Derrick Henry. And don't worry, not every number is going to have 2 quarterbacks, but I feel like these two guys are unique because they're basically the same, but the real difference is the release. You know, Cam Newton is a little bit taller than Derrick Henry, but ball carrier wise, ability slot wise, accuracy wise, they're basically identical. But yeah, the only thing really setting these two guys apart is the releases. If you like Gen 3, you like Cam Newton. If you like Slinger 1, you like Derrick Henry. And I'm not gonna, put one higher than the other, but if you're not using at least a golden ticket quarterback with good ability slots, or at least the ability slots that fit your play style, and at least Gen 3 or Slinger 1 at the end of the year, you are definitely missing out. And yeah, I couldn't make this top 5 list today without, either Cam Newton or golden ticket Cam Newton or either golden ticket Derrick Henry on it. So they're both coming in here today at number 5. Number 4, free agent Randall Cunningham. When this card came out, he was easily the most popular quarterback in the game, and maybe even the most popular card in the game. Gen 3 release, 95 speed, can play from the pocket, good ball carrier stats, had abilities that could fit anyone's play style. With Randall Cunningham being an improviser archetype, you could run hot route, gunslinger, you could even run escape artist on him. It didn't matter what your play style was in MUT. Randall Cunningham could easily move into your offense and produce very well. It doesn't matter how you play the game. And also, the card did get all team chems as well, which made it even more ridiculous and made this card even more popular. Randall Cunningham also had an exclusive store offer. You could either buy the card for 80,000 training or for 3,500 points. So this card was very easily obtainable. It wasn't like he was a limited time card, or maybe he was considered a limited time card, but you could just go into the store and buy him. So it made him even more popular. All I know is if you played Ultimate Team, the weeks after Randall Cunningham came out, he was on, no lie, like no over exaggeration, 80 to 90% of squads. Like, you saw him in basically every single game. It was a little bit ridiculous. Before we get into our top 3, I have 2 honorable mentions that did just miss the top 5. And I would say, coming in at number 6, I have the tribute Tom Brady. The reason why this card isn't in the top 5 is a combination of his release and his price tag. But obviously, him being number 6, the card was still really good. The first 99 in MUT, the accuracy stats were literally golden ticket-like. And at the time, 82 speed on the Tom Brady card was just unthinkable. Obviously, we have golden ticket, fan appreciation Tom Brady that has like 90 something speed, which is just insane. But at the time, 82 speed on the Tom Brady card was wild. And also the card did have the pre-baked and discounted gunslinger and hot route master, which definitely made this card usable. I actually used them for a good portion, maybe like a month of the year, and that was the main reason why, for the discounted hot route and the discounted gunslinger. It was really nice to have. And our second honorable mention today is the limited time or the limited edition Jalen Hurts. And if you remember correctly, this card was a frozen limited time, so he was in rerolls. This card was going for quick sell, so he's very affordable. A lot of people did have and use this card, and you could honestly argue that this is the same situation that we had at the number 5 spot with, golden ticket Cam Newton and golden ticket Derrick Henry, where they're basically identical at the point of the year that we were in. They basically played the same, the escape artist, all those things. Gen 3, Slinger 1, depending on which one you liked more, that should have been the guy you chose. But I feel like there was just so much hype around Derrick Henry. It was actually absurd. But yeah, 93 speed, good accuracy stats, good ball carrier stats. And yeah, it was before the AP increase on escape artists. So he was definitely running wild. Number 3, Daniel Jones. So unfortunately, I actually don't have any footage with this Daniel Jones card. I'm pretty sure I was moving into my apartment the day that this card came out, but just know the day that Daniel Jones came out, he was the best QB in MUT. And right now, you're probably looking at these stats and thinking to yourself, there's no way that this card should be on this list. But keep in mind, this card came out in literally August, and we usually don't see quarterbacks that can do both this early in the year. He had 85 speed, 88 acceleration, good enough accuracy stats, 90 throw power, got some pretty good abilities for early game. I mean, this card was super popular. Basically everyone had him, but me. Obviously, I would call myself a Daniel Jones hater. I actually don't think I ever tried this card out. I don't think I ever did. But yeah, I do know that this card was definitely like that. He was running the MUT streets for probably a month, honestly. Maybe a little bit shorter than that, but he was definitely the guy for a while. Number 2, Dan Marino. So Dan Marino was the Team Diamond 1 collection master, which means that he was way before his time. Usually these collection masters are maybe like 3 to 4 overalls ahead of everyone else in the game. So the people who had this card, they were way ahead of the pack, like insanely ahead of the pack. Not to mention, Dan Marino had the Slinger 1 release, and also 77 speed on a Dan Marino card, like, didn't even make sense at the time. It literally made no sense, because usually they gave Dan Marino like 50 speed. But I mean, I guess it does make sense, because I'm sure not as many people would have went after the card if he had 50 speed, because you got to be able to roll out at least a little bit. But yeah, good accuracy stats, way before his time, like I said. And of course, the coolest thing about this card was all team chems. So Slinger 1, all team chems, good speed, accuracy, that was way before his time. This card was definitely the real deal. Was he worth it? That's a different discussion. But if you had this card, yeah, you definitely didn't regret it, I'd imagine. Before we get into number 1, if you are still watching the video, please consider hitting that subscribe button. Madden 22 is unfortunately very, very dead. But when Madden 23 does come out, the daily videos will be back. So hey, head down there, hit that subscribe button, and maybe even leave a like. Why not? Like, why not? Why not? Coming in at the number 1 spot today is, of course, no surprises here, at a position, zero chill Derrick Henry. And I remember the day that this card came out. I didn't think he was going to be as good as he was until I got into the game. The stats didn't really blow your socks off, besides, I guess, the speed at 95 and the, the running back like ball carrier stats. But I definitely thought the accuracy was going to be a problem, and it wasn't. The card just played oddly well for no reason at all. I think he had like 87 deep accuracy, and he was throwing the ball like he had 99 accuracy stats. It really made no sense. And kind of the same thing as Jalen Hurts, where Escape Artist was still broken, and at this time was kind of when people started to realize just how broken Escape Artist was, because everyone had it and it was still so cheap. Like, it wasn't 18 AP like it is now. Everyone was running it, everyone was going all over the field. I couldn't even tell you how many times I've lost to broken plays with Derrick Henry, just because no one on my team, barely anyone on my team had 95 speed, which was just crazy. So yeah, Derrick Henry definitely did take Madden Ultimate Team by storm, and I think he is easily the number 1 guy here today. He was simply dominant. So yeah, that is gonna do it for today's video. Like I said earlier, drop your top 5 down below, and of course I will see you boys in the next one.